2018 to 2020 Ford F-150 cabin air filter replacement.
The tools you'll need for this install is a small ratchet with an extension and a 7mm socket, and optionally you can use a flathead or just your fingers to pull out the tabs from underneath the glove box. First things first, come to the glove box, pop this guy down. Next thing you'll want to do is locate on the right side. There's a little bit of a latch. All you're going to want to do is pull it forward towards you and then outwards. And now it's disconnected. Next thing you want to do is come to the underside and find these white clips. You're going to want to make sure the teeth are aligned with a little slot right here, and then you can just give it a little bit of pressure and pull it out. Then do the same thing on the left side. As you can see behind the glove box, the cabin air filter is located in its own compartment just right here. Unfortunately, behind all these trim pieces, so we're going to have to go ahead and take this off. Luckily, it's as simple as prying with your hand. You don't need any fancy tools. It's held in place very loosely, but if you have a higher trim level, this is an XLT. Usually in the limited models, they'll probably have a wood grain trim. And so this bottom piece here is going to be separate from the top. All you'll have to do is just take a body clip and then pop these back ones off. But now that we have the trim piece off, we can go ahead and take out that bolt and that bolt. They're both 7mm. All right, once you have your screws taken out, you can go ahead and carefully pry this plastic cover off. Requires a good amount of force. There we go. Carefully unplug the light for the glove box. There we go. And now this whole panel comes out. And now, as you can see here, we clearly have a ton of access to go ahead and unclip our filter by pulling away the tab from the box. And same thing on this side, you just take it out as such, and now you have easy access to the filter. This is an aftermarket one I put in about 2 years ago, but I think it's about time to change it. Comparing the new filter to the old one, you can clearly see which one is significantly darker. I don't know if it picks it up on the camera, but there's a lot of little pieces of pollen and sort of little flower bits in there. I'm sure it's probably not going to do much of a difference, but I'd like to change it out anyways. Also, note the orientation that you pulled this filter out of. The airflow is showing downwards here with the flaps out and the top half sticking up. So I'm just going to put the new filter in the exact same way. What I also like to do is just get in there with a clean rag and kind of swipe away at a lot of the leftover dust. Now we're going to insert our air filter. It is a little bit of a tight fit. You're going to have to give it a good push, but there you go. When putting the cover back on, you're going to want to make sure you line up the bottom clips first. There's 2 of them. Put them in their holes, make sure they're seated, and then give it a good push. Now everything's in. All right, once you have the filter all seated in there with its cover on, you're going to want to come and put the light harness in first. Orienting correctly would be ideal. Go ahead and tighten your bolts back up. Now you can go ahead and put your trim piece back in place. Making sure to line up all the clips. Some of them will be a little bit harder to get in than others. There you go. Now, as reassembly of the glove box, you're going to want to pull out this piece that we took off at the very start, just so we have enough length to put it back on. Push up the glove box and make sure it seats back in its place. There we go. And when it comes to this latch right here, you're just going to want to put it back through the hole and then push it away, and it locks into place. Now, once you've done that, you're going to want to close the glove box and come underneath. Here we're going to want to find where we put the clips in. There we go. And now your glove box is back in place, and you got a brand new air filter. Enjoy, guys.